Good evening and welcome back to the Mindful Model Makers Workshop. We're still progressing with the Airfix 4-stroke engine. I've been experimenting with a couple of different bits. This is the crank with the piston, still moves. I've shined it up so it's a bit chromified and you can see it now going round as it will. And obviously the piston will be going up and down inside the cylinder. So yes, so that's it when it's right down on the cranks, and then it will go like so. So yeah, that's that bit. Now, I was having a bit of difficulty. Even though I washed the parts to degrease it and all the rest of it, it was still, the paint was going very blotchy. As you know, last night I gave this one coat. Tonight I've given it a second coat, so that's beginning to come up quite nice. So the other half, I didn't bother giving that a top coat with the gloss. I went out and bought a matte green, and I'm going to put that on, and that's just gone on. So that's drying. Inside is the yellow because it shows that it's yellow for the cutaway on the inside, so it shows it up more. So I put that, and then what you will find on the actual cutout bit, it will be red. But I haven't done that yet. So anyway, I've started to rough all of this out. So this has now had it's had a primer and two of the green, the gloss free. And then the other one that I did that with a matte 101 Humbrol enamel. So that's that. So I've got those three parts kind of in that bit. There's some bits and pieces to do with the kind of tappets and the bottom end of that to do. So that'll probably be the next bit. So I've just done this. So what I thought I'd show you next is I'll be doing the actual base part. So this is the base part. I've just given it a thorough degreasing. I degreased it even more than I did the other bits because it didn't seem to have a lot of effect, which I was quite surprised. So it's all right, there's a little burr inside this bit here. So I was just trying to take that out. If I get a round file, that might be the better tool to use. If I've got one out. I had one. But, okay, I'll just take it out with this. I've got to just rub that round there like so. So that's where I think it's supposed to be like a fuel cap that goes in there to run it. But this is the copy of the very original base, which had a motor in it. And it drove on, but I think what happened, it wasn't very successful, and that's why it's not on this one. So anyway, that's that. So that's prepared, and I'm going to prime that, and I'm going to prime that in a minute. I'll put these other the three parts to one side, and then once I've got them up to where I want them, I can then start working. But there's a lot of it now is just painting, so I'll probably do little bits, and I'll probably start something else in between doing this model. So this in a minute, I'll spray that up, and then what I might start doing again now is probably one of my other models that I have. So I just want a piece of card out of here. So I'll just take some bits and pieces out. I find these boxes are the best to keep a lot of things in. I mean, now I'm outside, I need bits and pieces like that to keep everything kind of really dry. So in here I have a model which I think I will make just to fill in, because is. There we are. Somewhere down in here it is. That's that. Oh. That's that. There we are. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a go at this. This is the Weetabix Workshop series. I've got a feeling this is from about the mid-50s, somewhere around that time this came out. And this is a standard tank, British Railways Class 4 locomotive, which is a standard tank locomotive. 8031 this is, and it's cut out of an original Weetabix packet. I purchased 2 of these on eBay, weren't very expensive. But what I should do tomorrow, I should take that with me to work. I shall scan and print that on another piece of card, because I don't want to cut the original, because that's it. These are original Weetabix boxes, so I don't really want to spoil the original. And we'll have a go at making that just to see what it comes out like. By using a card. What I'm doing tomorrow, the card that I'm going to use, I will show you. I can take that off. That doesn't seem to want to come off of that. This is A4 white card, what you would get in the works. Yep, it's a reasonable. It's not far off the thickness of that. So hopefully this will run through the printer. That's the bit I don't know. But I will find that out tomorrow when I'm at work, and I'll run off a couple of copies of that. And then I can show you the making of something that's, yeah, quite old. I've got quite a few of these old card models now. And I will be making various ones at various times. And I'll probably do that in between some of the other models that I'm making, so that you're just not sitting there watching me paint night after night after night. So anyway, that's, I'm gonna print that tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be able to cut that out. Whether I'll produce any videos of that tomorrow or not, it depends. But if not, probably before the end of the week, you'll start to see this filtered in with carrying on with the 4-stroke engine. So yeah, so that's it. So this is Weetabix Workshop. If you want to find out about it, just Google it. You can look on eBay. There's lots of card kits that they made, or card like this, and there's a remarkable amount of them still around like this on an original card. It's not been printed on there only when it was originally made, but yeah, this is pure 100% original. So just keep watching, and I will put that onto another piece of card so that I can preserve the original. Right, so these bits here I'm just going to move away for now, because I want to paint this other bit. So I don't really want this to get contaminated, so I'm just going to move this over there out the way. It's safe up there. Right, we'll bring back. I'm always using kind of old things like carrier bags. This is from like a takeaway type thing, so I just utilise that instead of wasting it. Now the paint that I use is this here, which is just an auto paint, and it's one that I got from a shop. It's probably about £2.99, £3, something like that. So we'll just give this a light blow over, just to, it takes the shine off, like so. Gives it a little prime. And then when I put the undercoat on, which I'll probably try the matte green, And that's it really. That is all I do really to produce something like that. And then I just leave that now and come back to that later on, not touch it in any way. And then tomorrow I can just give that an undercoat, and then I can start building the model up on it, which I think is probably a better way of doing it. So that's my theory anyway. So that's the base. So it's going to be quite a nice model. I'll probably mount it on a nice piece of get a piece of oak or something, stain it up, or just varnish it, and put it on there just to make a display model. So yep. So that's where we are so far. So I'll print that loco off, and we'll have a go at cutting that out and starting to make that. Because when I cut it, what I'll do when I bring it home, I'll give it a coat of varnish, because that's just the one thing when you use a printer, is the fact that the ink is not fixed, so it needs fixing. So what I do is I'll bring it home and give it 2 or 3 coats of a varnish, which will then seal it, so that if it gets any glue on it or whatever, it doesn't start taking the colour out. So things like that, quite important. They're just things that I've learned over the time. And the other thing is, with this painting that I've been doing, you can see that you can't always just put the colour looks nice, you put it on, but it takes 2 or 3 coats perhaps sometimes in order to get it right. And the preparation is the secret. So like this, a nice prime, a good wash, and I did really wash this one, because the grease didn't seem to come off very well when I did the others. It seemed to still be on there, but anyway, I persevered, and eventually I will win by getting a nice green coat of paint on there. So anyway, if you like this, just subscribe, click the bell icon, and then you'll be able to follow any of the videos in the series. And if you got a comment, please comment, and I will reply. If there's something that perhaps you didn't understand what I was saying or whatever, then I will reply. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video, and thank you very much for watching. See you soon. Bye now.